Behind the Brand, episode 11.
Is this camera on me?
I hope so.
So welcome back to the Half a Day Show. I'm your boy, your host, Jay Half a Day, the flyest man on the internet. And we are back for another installment of Behind the Brand. Joining me today is a friend, longtime friend, my boy, artist, rapper from the DMV and Miami, Florida. Thanks, welcome, Faizaan.
What's going on, my boy?
What's going on, brother? How you feel?
Good, man. What's up, y'all? It's Faizaan. Obviously, great to be here. I've been waiting for this moment for a long time. You can ask Jordan, man. I've been asking him to come on a half-day show for a long time, so I'm happy we were finally able to make it work, bro. But thank you for having me.
He said, please, please, please. It's like, nah, he helped it.
I did. I swear to God, I did.
He low-key pressed me, but
I did.
more here now. We got him more here now.
Come on, man.
Real stylish. He get number two today.
But tomorrow I'm back at number one. You know, when I leave here, I'm gonna let him have his props right now.
This is a phase fit, for real. This is a phase fit. This is inspired
You
by...
know, I love my sets, bro.
Exactly. So we're going to get into these questions today. We're going to do this real smooth, real fast. And the people are going to learn more about your brand, your journey, and your story as an artist.
For sure.
Sound good?
Looking forward to it.
So tell us a little bit about, like, why music? Why did you choose to be that out of anything else?
So, I mean, growing up for me, music was huge, right? So, like, I came from a very musical family. My mom was a singer. My dad likes to think he's a singer. And then for me, it was like I got into piano early. I got in, saxophone, clarinet. Was really just, like, music just became a huge part of my life. And I always loved to sing. And I always knew I had a talent to sing. I just never really had the opportunity to get in the studio and see what it was like. And then Damo, I started living with him back in 2018. Shout out to Damo.
Shout out to
Damo.inc. But he was like, yo, come to the studio, see how you like it. So I was like, all right, you know what? Let me go ahead and give it a shot. And then fell in love with the recording process, man. Like, just it's therapeutic, honestly speaking. And like my music kind of speaks to that, I think. For me, it's kind of just like a, not like, bar. It's more like, here's a story of my life and my journey. And this is where I was, this is where I am, and this is where I want to go. And it allows to kind of put that all in a perspective for me and share that with the world. So it's been fun, especially when life's been stressful over the last few years. The pandemic hit, things shut down. So music has always been an outlet for me to kind of express what's going on around me and how it's impacting me.
That's real. So I want to ask you, though, because I always wondered this. Are you a DMV artist or are you a Miami artist? Which one?
Yo, damn. You can't be both.
I mean, you can, but I mean, for marketing.
Shit, for marketing purposes, I'm a Miami artist, man. Everyone loves the 305.
Five, man.
Funny enough, I've spent most of my adult life here in the DMV since coming to Mason.
How about that? You've been here forever, bro.
Bro, came to Mason in 26. I mean, grew up, born and raised, spent 18 years down in Miami, bro. I'll always still have my 305 number. As soon as I gave up my Florida license, I almost cried.
I just had to do that shit.
Bro, like,
last year.
Shit hit me. It was like someone was like, yo, you're really from Virginia now. And I was like, that sounds disgusting. But, shout out to the DMV. I'll show mad love. I can't even lie. But, yeah, I'm a 305 artist living in the DMV. So a shout out to the DMV for showing love and helping me on this journey.
So do you think that the DMV has an influence on your music, or is it more Miami?
I don't think either or. Right? I tend to pull styles from a lot of different places. I wouldn't particularly say like I fall towards a sound. I can't even lie. Some of the DMV sound is just not it for me. And same with Florida. I don't really like either of those styles. So I kind of just try to pull influence from different places and then kind of create, what's organic to me.
All right. So if you had to describe your music, like your sound in one word, what would you say?
I would say like, damn, actually, I don't fucking know.
We come back to it. Because it's like, you do make a lot of different types
of music. Words.
It's like, you don't really fit in one basket. You really did say you pull from different styles, and you can hear it, like, sonically. Like, he does sing in his songs, y'all. Y'all should check him out. But, like, you'll understand why he couldn't answer that question, because he got different flows. He got different beat selection. So
yeah,
it's a lot of different things.
I like what I like. I would say, like, my music is a variety. So
variety, I like that.
For sure. Like, I have the hard bars, pause. I got more of the flow, soulful kind of stuff. I also got, more upbeat, like party songs, R&B stuff. Like whatever I'm listening to is kind of a representation of what of the music I make at that point in time. So yeah, that's probably
What you listening to right now?
funny enough. 21 album. It's been on my playlist recently, but that's not the type of music I'm making.
No.
I look crazy making something like that.
Some DMV trap.
Oh hell no. Kid Laroi. I love Kid Laroi.
Okay.
And I think a lot of the music I recently put out has a lot of influence from the Kid Laroi. I used to really like him. He dropped off for a little bit and then just came back with some music, and I've gravitated a lot towards him. Trying to think who else. Let me actually open up my playlist real quick to see what all has been on my repeat. A lot of Afro beats, and I have a lot of stuff coming out with Steph that has a lot of African influence, because I have a lot of African influence in my life in terms of like some of my best friends, are West African.
Does your culture, like your ethnicity, does that like play a role in some of your music and your choices?
Yeah, actually, a lot of the melodies and harmonies I use are like Bollywood inspired.
Yeah,
which is, it's funny, but it works, and a lot of artists now in the industry, hell yeah. So like a lot of the samples you see are like Bollywood samples that only people like me would understand and like listen to it and be like, oh shit, that's from a song like 20 years ago. It's crazy how it's cycling right now. Yeah,
because it's like I was talking to another artist on the show recently, and we were talking about, because he's a producer too. He was like, yeah, I like to pull stuff from like Thailand and shit like that. I'm like, damn,
yeah,
really deep into it, because like you can have the same type of like melody, but a different interpretation in another culture.
For sure. And I think it brings a lot of culture into the music in terms of like people you would normally reach out to as artists. Will hear something and be like, oh, that sounds familiar to something, I would listen to. And then you automatically gain a new fan because of it. Right. So it opens up your music to a whole different subset of people that you typically wouldn't market your music to.
That's facts. I do want to go back to it though. You say you play piano and saxophone?
Yeah. A lot of instruments, man. I used to be a junkie. I used to just pick something up and then teach myself. I was a band geek for a little bit. So like clarinet is where I started. So piano is where I started. Played piano for about 8 years and then picked up a clarinet. And then from clarinet to saxophone, played a little bit of trumpet. Just anything that made noise. And
so you did it all.
Yeah, I used to want to piss my parents off. So I was just like, whatever made a loud noise, I would pick up. Drums too. I had a drum set at the house, so I'd just be, yeah.
That's real. So like that's one thing I always say is missing from like hip hop, R&B. Like it's a lack of real musicianship in it, and I think it shows in the artistry. Like who knows how to play some instruments and who doesn't, and just I think it's different rhythmically.
So yeah, but I'll challenge that too, right? So like, the reason I think some of these producers are so fucking good at what they do, like Metro, for instance, right? Is he understands sonically like how instruments work and how instruments are supposed to fit together, right? So whether it's like physically playing the instruments or understanding exactly what chords to go together or what what hi-hat to use, or that's also, in my opinion, like is musicianship. So so like yeah, I agree. I think like for instance, like I have a live band I'm working with for a show coming up March 1st, by the way.
Check it out.
Check it out. It's going to be at the Pocket in Northwest DC. Small venue, but pop out as a free show. And I'm going to be working with a live band because I do want to bring that music back into
live music.
Yeah, live music back into what I'm doing. So there's going to be drummer, keys, saxophone player. It's going to be a whole production. I'm really excited for that set. To your point, bringing that back in and like actually giving the instruments their love.
So what do you think is missing from music broadly?
Care.
What do you mean by that?
Like, it's not that I don't think people don't care about the music, but like a lot of times, the music I tend to relate to the most is something that tells me about that person, their life, their story, like, or their culture, right? And this is why I tend to gravitate a lot towards Afro beats, right? Is because I learn a lot through like Afro beats about West African culture, or and obviously I hear about it a lot. But the same. So I think a lot of like rappers now rap very generically about the same type of shit. But that doesn't mean like trap rap can't be authentic either, right? Because it definitely could tell me about your life and what's going on with you, and it's just a different sound. All these genres or just sounds.
So today, I think one of my favorite songs that you made is "Can't Stop Me Now" with you and hashtag Steph. That really was a moment, and I don't think it was appreciated enough. But I want you to do me a favor, and I want you to tell the audience where you was at creatively when you made that song, and how did y'all come to develop that?
Dude, that song was made on accident. Swear to God. So fun. I swear to God, this is the most authentic story about that night. It was about 4:00 in the morning. It was during the pandemic. We had a studio downstairs in our old house. Shout out to Brian putting everything together for us. But Brian was out in Atlanta, and we had just a studio to ourselves. And typically, during the pandemic, we didn't have shit to do. So we were downstairs and we were just playing a whole bunch of beats and we were just vibing. And I went to take a shit. I swear to God, this is so real. That's what I'm saying. I'm sorry if it's TMI, bro. But, Steph plays this Bruno Mars, hippity hoppity, dippity doppity type beat just as a fucking joke because it came up. And I heard that shit. And I said, yo, run that back. Like mad loud. And he was like, are you serious? I said, yo, run it back, bro. Like, that shit is fire. So I get in there and I was like, yo, I'm feeling like mad groovy right now.
Exactly.
And I had it, like it's the 80s or some shit. And I was like, and I was like, huh. I was like, this could be fire. So we just recorded it, not thinking it was anything. And just like tap back into like 80s music. We were listening to like, old school music and just kind of getting flows left and right and just vibing with the beat, something that we would never have gone to originally. And we recorded it. It was sitting on ice for about 6 months, and we played it for somebody, and they're like, "Yo, what are you doing? This is fire." So we sent it out to an engineer in New York, and he basically was like, "This is incredible." He's worked with a lot of really cool artists, A Boogie. He's worked with, Tory, which, sensitive subject, I understand. But either way, he's worked with some really big artists, right? And he was like, let me help you market the song. The song is super tough. And we're in our head, we're like, this not like you're lying, right? Because this is just not something we typically listen to. But he got a lot of really good feedback. So he put it out and made a video to it. And it was a lot of fun. But, at that time, we were still in school, not working during the pandemic. And we didn't have the means to market the song as much as we wanted to. And I think, it might be something I want to circle back to for sure.
Bro, I'm telling you, that song is a hit. For one, this is just my opinion on music. Like, music has been so angry and depressing for the last few years. And then Renaissance dropped. Now that was a moment, but Beyonce is very methodical, intentional when she's dropping.
Of course,
she's predicting that culture is going to shift away from all that killing and drilling type shit.
Word.
And we're gonna go back to dance music, and then we have Afrobeats getting popular after that.
Bro, yeah.
We have dancehall music. We got Drift Club coming back. It's it's only disco is next. That's what I'm saying, bro. You might have something if you start putting it back out there.
I think I might, especially with TikTok. It's a very TikTok-y song. So yeah, that's something I definitely want to circle back to. It's just weird, a song's been out for 4 years. So
I don't even feel like it.
It don't, right?
I feel like it just dropped yesterday, bro. I still listen. I'm telling you.
For real?
Oh yeah, listen to that shit.
That's funny. Nah, definitely. Okay, cool. So, hey, if y'all see that shit just randomly across y'all's timeline, now you know it's because of Half Day.
But outside of that song, though, what do you think is your favorite song you made?
So a couple ones that I have coming out, Feel No Ways, and that's a song with Steph. That is going to be coming out very soon, actually, probably within the next couple of weeks. I'm working on putting it out, so I'm going to start a rollout for that soon. Tap in. Lost. Lost is a song I put out last month.
All right.
Reason for it is because it accurately kind of depicts what changed in my life, and why I've taken a path that I have recently. And then another one would probably be Not the Regular with Quay. Another one I dropped recently.
Yeah.
It's a very different vibe than what I'm used to putting out, but it's a confidence booster for a lot of people. Yo, just know that you're not regular, and whatever you're doing is tough. So keep doing what you're doing. So that was kind of the reason for that song, and I really liked it. It's a fun vibe. So if you get a chance, check it out.
Check them out. But yeah, so it sounds like you really do enjoy collaborating with like your guys and other artists. Is there any artists out there that you haven't collabed with yet that you would want to work with?
Yeah, a lot. Someone who was actually in the show that we did, Brooklyn Love. She was
tough.
Super tough. She's an R&B artist and she's popping. Has a record with Young Blue on his last album. And I have a collab coming up with Brooklyn Love soon.
Oh yeah.
Reached out to her and she's been open to wanting to work. So it's just a matter of me not being lazy and sending some stuff out so we can get that in the works.
We watch you on the show next.
Word, pop out for sure.
Oh yeah, that's tough. Anybody else?
Undercover, like underground artist, Drake.
He's super low key.
Super low key, bro. But I definitely want to give him his shine. I think
it's his time.
The feature from FaZe will really go a long way for Drake.
It might take him past Mike for real.
Yeah, yeah, I think you would. But yeah,
the what?
Big as the Super Bowl.
Come on.
Which by the way, Chiefs is putting that shit.
I mean, that's a given, bro. I don't want him to, but it's inevitable.
I'm a Brady fan, bro, but
it's the new Brady.
God,
yes, he is.
He's nice. Patty is nice, bro. I can't bet against Patty. Same way I couldn't bet against Tom, bro. I can't. Yeah, it fucked you up, didn't it? Yeah, cannot bet against Tom, and now you can't bet against Patty. But yeah, I mean, I've collabed with a lot of the people I want to collab with, which are just in my inner circle. People like Steph, people like Quay, Faizaan, Reem, all.
Shout out the guys, man.
Shout out the guys for real, bro. Like, half they knows.
Except Reem.
Get out of here. My boy Cage. My boy Cage, bro. Reem's a clown. But I mean, half they knows because he's definitely he's one of the guys. We have a very close knit group of people who support each other, and that's a really empowering thing to have right now when a lot of what's going on is people putting other people down. So
we're here to bring them up.
Always.
Everybody eats. Exactly.
Always.
So outside of music though, you do real estate.
Mm-hmm.
You do clothing.
Mm-hmm.
You do fashion.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else besides music and that you're really passionate about? Don't say Z.
Shout out to Z. She's in the building. No, I mean, I've really gotten into clothes and fashion recently. It's been a passion of mine for sure. I love colors, love silhouettes. I love putting shit together and making it look fire.
Yeah.
I mean, I say I love colors and I'm wearing an all black fit right now, but
still a color.
Black is a color for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I've recently really gotten into clothing and my boy Quay, who's a phenomenal designer and brand owner in Gelda, is about to really break the internet. So tune in if you guys just remember the name Gelda, I guess, because it's gonna be really cool what we're doing with this rollout. So
and this the CFO if you didn't know.
Amen.
Already. So yeah, shout out to Gelda. Clothing, fashion, real estate, music. FaZe does it all. But we're going to go back to the music. We're going to go back to the
music. What's up?
Let me look at my questions. I'm under pressure. Actually, I do got another one, but I'm going to save it.
Nah, save the question, bro.
But I did want to know, though, when people listen to your music, what do you want them to take away from it?
It's authentic. It's authentic, and people can get a better understanding of who I am through my music, right? For sure. Mm-hmm. And that's for me is important, which is why I listen to the music I listen to.
All right, if you had to pick between Quay and Steph,
damn, music wise,
who do you like working with more? I'm gonna edit it out. I just went up. Both of them,
but like Steph is super versatile. So like in terms of like the music that Steph and I have is just it spans like so many different genres, which is so cool. And Steph challenges me musically and creatively,
yeah.
Significantly more than I challenge myself. So like he'll come in and lay some fire shit down, and I'm just like, damn, I gotta match that. So it pushes me to be better, and you know, Quay does the same thing. But I just collab with Steph a lot more. I've been living with Steph for God knows how long.
So we gonna say it's Steph. I'm trying to start rap beefing.
Nah, no bullshit. He's really trying to start beef. There's no beef, man.
But speaking
They're trying to turn me into Cat Williams.
But speaking of the beef, you know we gotta talk about it. How you feel about this Meg and Nicki shit?
Yo, Nicki's on one, bro. Yeah, hell yeah.
I listen to it, but
Don't get me wrong, bro. Like, Meg was wildin' for saying a lot of the shit she said. And I'm sure Nicki has ground to stand on, but lying on your dead mother is crazy.
I didn't listen to none of this shit. I just want to know
Oh yeah, she's
the docs and shit. She's going on a rant for Twitter for like 5 days now.
yeah, I think Nicki's off some stuff, and I think she needs help. But I mean, a lot of what
Like, to be honest, cause like she the Drake equivalent of women rap, and I feel like she too big for this shit.
I agree. I think it's childish, bro. And don't get me wrong, I'm a Nicki. If I'm talking about music,
You a barb.
Nicki, Chip, pause, a fucking yo. If I'm really looking at it though, I mean, Nicki shits on Meg musically, right? Obviously she has the discography. She also has, like, in my opinion, is a way better rapper. And significantly more versatile. I hate the way Megan raps, but that's just me personally.
I like Meg.
Nah, hell, I can't. Bro. If I hear one more time, it's over.
I'm telling you, bro. Allegedly. Being them allegations, my boy.
But I can't stand behind Nicki on what she's doing right now. She's doing too much.
I feel that though. So behind broadly about rap beef, how do you feel about it? Do you think it's good for hip hop or bad for hip hop?
I think it's great for hip hop.
Great for hip hop.
Fuck yeah. I love competition, and I'm petty as shit. So I dare somebody to.
I was about to say, you ever had rap beef?
Fuck no, but I'm waiting for it.
You waiting?
So somebody call me out, man, because I might sing and and do all that fun stuff, but when it come down to it, you don't want beef with me, because I will.
Quay, get in the lab, nigga.
I dare you.
What is your biggest dream? Like end goal, phase, big phase. Where's he at? What is he doing?
I want to be influential, and I know that sounds like super like corny, but like it's kind of cool to know like what you say has influence on people.
Yeah.
Right. And to be able to push positive narratives out there when there's so much negativity, and to know that what you have to say is you're able to push a positive narrative is so cool. Right. So yeah, to have community influence and like I guess do good, but also make a lot of money doing it.
Yeah.
But it would definitely be cool. A lot of times, when people are like, I want to do good, I don't care about the money. That's bullshit. But that's bullshit. Because if you had the opportunity to
make the money, you gonna take it.
Of course, 110%. As long as you're doing it the right way.
Why not?
Why not, bro?
Okay.
Money makes the world go round. At least that sounds super superficial, but like you need it to survive.
Influence. I'm not mad at it. That's a good dream to have. So damn, what's one thing you wish people knew more about you? Because you said your music is authentic, but behind the brand.
Ooh,
What do you think is something that you want people to know more about you?
I love to cook.
Really?
Yeah.
See, he be cooking.
Say Chef Faze, man. And that was cool. Like, I guess, so I used to love to cook, and I used to cook, all the fat shit, bro. Pasta and burgers and chicken parm. And then, like, I recently had, like, this whole, like, health kick. I lost about 95 pounds.
Salute.
And I had to change the way I cooked, and it brought me into a completely different world, and that was cool. So, I love to cook, man. A lot of different things, and I like to cook now, knowing that I can still make good food and it be like good for you.
Yeah.
So
that's real.
Yeah.
So then the last question of the day.
Talk to me.
What's next?
Again, I have the show coming March 1st.
All right.
So that's definitely coming up. I got music dropping. We did 3 different photo shoots for Gelda, New York, Miami, and the DMV. So shout out Quay and Naru. That's somebody I didn't even talk about. Naru, that's my brother, man. Shout out Naru. He's somebody who pushes me probably more than a lot of people know or understand. But Naru is the marketing behind Gelda and putting together these photo shoots. And there's going to be a lookbook, and there's going to be pre-orders and pre-saves. So definitely tap in and check that out, man. Love to Gelda. Love to the music. And, Yeah, man, excited for everything that's coming with that. So definitely tune in and check it out. It's Big Phase. You already know the vibes,
You
man.
already know. So where can the people find you at? What's your socials out?
All socials, man. Phase at FAIZZ underscore ONN. Let me double check actually. Yeah. At FAIZZ underscore ONN. Phase underscore on. On IG, you can find me as Faizaan, Faizaan, on all Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal if that's your vibe, Pandora if that's your vibe. But yeah, check me out on socials. Keep up with the music, keep up with the clothes. And appreciate you for having me on the show, brother.
That's it, man. This has been the Half a Day Show, bringing you education, entertainment, and everything in between. Appreciate you coming out.
Appreciate you for having me, bro. Sal.
When I see you.